Go racing. Go online. GoRacing.ie. Horse Racing Ireland's official website.
Hello and welcome to the Horse Racing Ireland Racing Preview with me, Sarah Barton, and my colleague Martin Murphy. Today we're looking at racing at Kilbeggan on Saturday evening, the 11th of August. The going there at the moment is good to yielding in places, and the first race is off at 5:25. But we're going to take a look at the feature race of the day, and that's the sixth race on the card, off at 7:55. It's the Hackett's Bookmakers Handicap Chase. This is run over 2 miles 4. Now my selection in this race is for Supreme Doc. He had very good form point to pointing and has actually done quite well on the track as well, actually being placed in 7 of his 9 runs on the track, and I think one of them was actually a grief when he unseated his rider at Galway last week, but prior to that he actually had finished second to Pride of the Arctic at Galway as well. So I would imagine he would give a good run on Saturday, and he's got DG Lavery claiming 7 off his back as well.
Yeah, very much informed rider and trainer, of course, and I think Supreme Doc has been a much improved horse this season. However, he was raised £7 for being second to Pride of the Arctic, and although that form was boosted later on in the week, when the fourth place horse actually came out and won at Galway as well. So yes, certainly a horse in form, and is the likely favourite here, I think, Sarah, right? However, he is up off a mark of 127 now, so it makes things more difficult. And you know, there's 1 or 2 horses here with chances. Is a very wide open contest. Clouded Thoughts won well at Limerick there at a big price a couple of months ago actually, and then unfortunately unseated rider against Devil's Elbow in a stronger contest. Granted a clear round, that one could go well for Jessica Harrington. However, the one I'm looking at is the Robbie Burns trained Marajan, who's been pretty consistent. He will like the drying ground. I think it's important to note that the ground now is an awful lot better than it was, say, even this time last week after such lovely weather during the week. Yeah. So I think Marajan, you know, maybe it's 6-7 to 1 might be worth an each way bet. The likes of Darren Jan is another one that normally runs well. He ran well at Galway last week when he was second, although he was beaten quite a long way on that occasion, and he could sneak into the frame under Andrew McNamara. But for me, I'll go each way with Marajan. Okay, so we'll move on then to the second race on the day, and that's the 5:55 Mullingar Mares Novice Hurdle. This is run over 2 miles 3. My selection in this race is for the Desi Hughes trained Chase the Favourite. She has ran her last 3 races at Kilbeggan, so that she'll know the track well, and she was actually second and then won twice at Kilbeggan. So I think she would run a big race on Saturday as well. Yes, absolutely, Sarah, and certainly Desi Hughes has a tremendous record at this meeting, and Chase the Favourite, as you say, has run her last 3 races there, so they've no problem to track. However, she's only rated 103 and meets some higher rated rivals here tomorrow. The likes of Spring Hawk from the Tom McCourt stable could go well. He's rated 114, but I think the likely favourite and the most likely winner for me is a horse called Zuzka, trained by Willie Mullins. Now this one won Kilbeggan a bumper earlier on in the year. Then won well at Ballinrobe, and also ran very well at Galway last week on second in a decent novice hurdle. Now the ground that occasion was quite soft, so whether she can handle the faster ground tomorrow probably is open to question, but I think if she does, she should be another winner for Paul Townend. Okay, so then we'll move on to the 7:25 race, which is the Kieran Kelly Memorial Beginners Chase, and this is run over 2 miles 4. I am going to stick with Desi Hughes in this race, and El Fontan, who has been running well and placing in over fences of late behind the likes of Catherine Scratcher and Pride of the Arctic, who won at Galway last week. So I would hope that he'd improve from that and maybe definitely place or possibly win. Yeah, certainly a very experienced campaigner over fences, which you need around Kilbeggan. He has run some very good races. He also ran well at Down Royal as well, and he was second last week just on over hurdles to Bo Michael last Monday at Naas. So that's for pretty good form. However, it is a strong contest, and again the Willie Mullins trained Sicilian Secret is probably likely to take high rank in the betting. But this one has been slightly disappointing compared to earlier in his career, and last week at Galway he was particularly disappointing when favoured for a similar type race over 2 miles and 1. The longer trip and the better ground would certainly suit him. He travels well on the bridle most of the way, but whether he finds an awful lot is open to question. Lethal Weapon is an interesting owner for Christy Roach. He was formerly a useful hurdler, though he has been out of form for a while. But the one I like myself is Jack Cool, trained by Charles Burns. This one ran third at Galway last week. He was a very decent handicap hurdler last season. He likes to go ground, and I think he might just be the one under Robbie Jones. Okay, and Martin, is there anything else on the card that you'd like to mention? Well, the opening maiden hurdle at 5:25 is a pretty competitive affair. And the one I like here is a horse called Mike Quinn. That this actually was a Group 3 winner a couple of years ago, which I believe he won the Ballysack Stakes when trained by Kevin Pendergast 4 years ago. Now he's taken his time to take the hurdles as such, but his previous run, he didn't actually run all that well in Galway when the ground was too soft last week. But before that, he finished third at Punchestown to Pastors Van Doan from the William Mullins yard, which is reasonable form. And with Matthew Bowes claiming 5 off him, I think he's good each way value, and it could be an interesting race. And also then later on the card in the 6:55, a horse called Captain Luke, trained by Gerald Lynch and ridden by Alan Cawley, a good third over hurdles behind Muzak at Galway last Friday. This is a weak enough contest. 2 mile 6 trip will suit him, and I think he probably is best here.
Okay, so we'll just sum up our selections for Kilbeggan on Saturday. In the first race, Martin has mentioned Moy Quen. In the second race, I'm selecting Chase the Favourite, with Martin sticking with the Willie Mullins runner Zuzka. In the 6:55, Martin has mentioned Captain Luke. In the 7:25, I've selected El Fontaine again for Desi Hughes, with Martin opting for Jack Cool, but has also mentioned Lethal Weapon and Sicilian Secret as possible dangers there. In the 7:55, I've selected Supreme Doc, with Martin opting for Marjan. And so it should be another great day's racing at Kilbeggan. And next week we'll be looking at Tramore on Saturday and Sunday, and also racing on Sunday at Dundalk.
That's right.
So enjoy the racing, and thanks for watching.
Go racing. Go online. GoRacing.ie. Horse Racing Ireland's official website.